As we continue our tour of Philadelphia, we set our eyes upon the steps that Rocky Balboa himself ran up. My knee hurts, so I'm going to walk. A man once said, energy and persistence conquer all things. But that same man said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That man was Benjamin Franklin. Ironically, I was in Philadelphia when I learned that lesson the hard way. So you might be wondering what went wrong. Well, this is a story all about running. Have you ever wanted to do or accomplish something, but for whatever reason, you didn't? You didn't even take the first step. This will be my first week running. I'm training for a marathon. By definition, 26.2 miles. The first time I went the distance, 18 years ago. I was 18 years old. You do the math. This time, my goal is to beat 3 hours. Starting to look like old man winter. This training started in December. As you can see, I've been documenting the process, charting my progress, taking care of my body, for the most part. Cross-training, shedding blood, shedding sweat, sweating profusely.
11 miles, baby.
But no tears. Just spending a little too much time in the hot tub to help relieve the soreness. And running shorter road races, like 5Ks, all over the continent. But there was one trip in particular I will never forget. Philadelphia. A half marathon. I think I've arrived. When I went to pick up my packet the day before the race,
You gotta be kidding.
the list of registered runners had 4 people with my last name on it. To my surprise, I wasn't one of them. Long story short. So, apparently I didn't register for the race at all. So, a little disappointed. And by then, it was too late. Here's the issue. I had booked so many flights, hotels, and registered for so many races in a short amount of time, I completely overlooked Philly. But it was a blessing in disguise, as my knee was already giving me problems.
Sucks.
So instead of fueling my addiction and prolonging an injury, I had no choice but to spectate.
Good job. Good job. Almost there, brother.
I also went into reporter mode, interviewing runners from all walks of life on what inspires them to run.
I don't really like running,
Not the answer I expected.
but I do like goals and achieving them.
Okay, excellent. Which takes me back to the question I asked you about wanting to accomplish something and taking the first step. What's stopping you from at least trying or trying again? After Philly, I didn't run for 6 weeks because of my left knee. But in the meantime, I did what I could to stay in shape and maintain stamina, despite the
I
limitations.
feel good. Still got a little bit of a belly. What's the difference between a cat and a frog? I'll have to eat the rest to find out.
Out of Detroit, Michigan, it's Darren Cunningham!
But after over 8.5 months of training, energy, and persistence, I'm ready to take on the challenge of running a full marathon. I'll put that consistency to the test in Indianapolis next. The goal is to beat 3 hours, something I've never done. Either way, I'll let you know how it goes. Oh, and yes, I made sure to register for the next race.